The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you are joining us today as we enter the final episodes of the NBA regular season. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. The action tonight out at Energy Solutions Arena as the Utah Jazz play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights as a win here gives them the best record in the league. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs, with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
Yeah.
Blue twilight over Temple Square and the downtown high-rises of Salt Lake City, Utah. We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And back in Utah following the road trip, it's the Jazz on home turf. And you look at this team, 20 games back from the top spot. We'll see what they've got.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another. So they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they'll have to come out strong and get a different result. Losses happen. It's how you respond that really matters in this league. You got to be able to bounce back.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's James in at the small forward position.
Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
You just got to love that determination.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Nato, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on LeBron James.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Both good from the line that time. Cavaliers have gotten their first three shots to go in for them to start off this game. That misses off the back. Hayward on the wing. Lots of room. Utah the rebound. And Gobert kicks to Burks. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Nato covered by Irving. Mozgov with the block. Now Cleveland moving it up. For the three. Kept alive. He dishes it to Irving. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
So it's Utah now. It's a three-point game. Hayward against Thompson. And Hayward gets it to go. Hayward's got 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And stolen by Favors. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Burks. No good. Good D by Wade.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
And the shot is good. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates, really, really strong.
Here's Gobert, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in scoring, first in rebounding. And they're also #1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
The Cavaliers trailing. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Thanks again, Doris. And another miss by Cleveland.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Jazz leading by 4. Nato covered by Irving. Nato. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Irving dishes to Mozgov. Hayward against James, and they double up James. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
That drops. 8 points for Rudy Gobert.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew.
And let's step back for a second to look at the top shooting point guards in basketball this season. Kyrie Irving, #1.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And, Greg, this isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups. Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. They get it back. Mozgov, and there's the call on Gordon Hayward. Utah's on defense. Nobody near Irving.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Off target from three-point range.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Thompson with the bucket.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day. They had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
From deep LeBron, that is good. James has got 7 points in the game. Jazz leading by 5 to the paint. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Checking out the game Rudy Gobert is having. He's already up to 8 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
Lyles checked in for Utah. Molinari comes in for Gordon Hayward. Irving kicks to James. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Burke, he's checked in for Burks.
Moscow guy was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Passes to Wade. From deep LeBron. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Mozgov and Blant with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blant?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Now, Exum following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively. Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
What, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
From deep. And that one's good. Irving's got 5 points so far.
I know it doesn't sound like much, folks, but 1 for 7 is much, much better sounding than 0 for 7. I still might suggest that he think about easing up on the trigger.
Jacks up a 3. A putback and finished off by LeBron.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Jazz leading by 6. Burke with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The drive by Gobert. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Gobert has gotten about everything to drop here, shooting 6 of 7. Irving from long range. That is good. 8 points for him.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Utah calls timeout. And guys, everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season, Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
And Exum gets it to go on the assist by Burke. And it's a 9-point Utah lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Double team by Wade. Knocked loose. 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Gallinari in the corner. Pass to Wiles. Lets it go from 14. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wiles got his second basket of the night.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Here's Exum. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too. Checking out the game LeBron is having, he's already up to 14 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
Goods checked in for Dante Exum. Clark Wiles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
Now, here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Down low. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 16.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Jazz lead by 13. And we'll be back with you for... Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, the forwards are LeBron and Thompson. D-Wade out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And the shot is good. Miles got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
There's Mozgov. Here's Wade. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And he gets the bucket. 18 points for LeBron.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
There's the bucket. Good. And the Jazz lead by 11.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Burks, he's checked in for the Jazz. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Irving drives in. Fires the three. But they'll get another chance. Jazz leading by 11. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Burks. And Utah again with the bucket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Wade passes to Mozgov. Thompson right side. Irving from long range. That's good. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
Wow. 4 here in the first half. They're going to need to do something different on defense to trap this guy and lock him up.
Lyles no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
A shot by LeBron, no good. Utah's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. To the wing right side. Here's Burks. Here's Hayward. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Wade.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Burks. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
Oh,
take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Lyles.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Right side, Irving. The 3. That's good. Irving's got it back down to single digits for the Cavs.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Here's Lyles. He's covered by Thompson. Hayward on the wing. They double him with James. Here's Favors. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 8 points for Derek Favors.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Jazz leading by 9. Hayward goes in, and Utah again with the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Irving misses. Utah has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Nato, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line on shoot 2. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Taking a look at Oklahoma. They've continued to play strong basketball, got utterly dominant as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. It looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Utah Jazz, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Right now for the Jazz, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they did.
For sure. I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet.
Here's Hayward. Second shot opportunity. Wade with the block. And they're able to recover. Shoots the three. Kurtz's shot is good. Burks has got 9.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder. And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter. Now